everybody? It's your boy King Crowder back again with another lesson on the story of America. Now, this one reflects on history you may not know and things that are not taught or educated us for sure. Today's lesson is on probably the best cook chef of his era. His name is the great James Hemings. He was a chef that was formerly enslaved in colonial Virginia, serving as one of the executive chefs for our founding father, Thomas Jefferson. He prepared all of the elite meals at all of the elite venues. You will be surprised how he enhanced, created, and made some of our signature dishes to this day. The great chef James Hemings, was a pioneer in cooking. He invented mac and cheese. He was born in the forest in the Virginia plantation to the Johns Wiles family, who was a slave trader and a lawyer. Wiles did not acknowledge having 5 children with his enslaved woman, Elizabeth Henry, which included James. What we do know at the time is that it was very common for people that were slave masters to sexually assault and have children with their enslaved women. He did not want Mr. Hemings to inherit any of his wealth, neither his mother or his extramarital children. So he separated them and moved them to different environments. This understanding really made James have a doubt within himself earlier. However, as he developed and grew, he began to have a passion and desire to cook. James Henry was an exceptional chef at an early age. You got to understand that he was mentioned by Jefferson by his uniqueness, how he was cooking and what he did to innovate. Elizabeth Hemings was known to have 12 children, and James and others will be free by Thomas Jefferson. Now, there is some speculation about who was Jefferson's children, when did it happen, how did all these things issue found out about the mother, which we will take a deep dive in another video. But today, I want to give the great James Hemings his flower. This icon invented so many signature dishes. You must understand at the time, he was such a good chef in America that they had to send him, train him, and let him go to Paris and learn some of their cuisines. He was the head chef for so many presidents, so many elite leaders, and popularized so many dishes. What made Mr. James Hemings so successful? He was one of the first one to put art in the need of cooking. You must understand, when people think of enslavement period, they think of people working in the field. No, they were the craftsmen, the cooks, the builders, the medical leaders. Every single expert we see around this time, many black pioneers were establishing that. Mr. Hemings was one of them. He changed what fine dining appeared to be. He taught, he educated, he worked, and he made all of the dishes we made enjoyable. Did you know that he saw that mac and cheese was made it one way, but he decided to innovate, put it in the oven, microwave it, cook it at a higher temperature, and make sure that he understood what was going on. Mr. Hemings knew that he decided to work on different dishes, decided to work on different meals in the States. He wanted to open up his own business as he aspired to keep his chef in different organizations while he was gone. The tragic thing that happened was while he was studying in Paris, you must understand what was going on at the time. That is when the Haitian Revolution began to go. And we know France was traveling in the war. He came back to the Americas to work as the French Revolutionary War was going on, and soon slavery was abolished. He went to the United States back in October of 1789, where he began to train other ones to work as chef in different organizations. This brother made pottage stew, pies, made his own founding of American cuisine. He hired black professionals to teach, educate, and make the routine for fine dining. Did you know that he was a pioneer in how we eat? The napkin being over the plate, the dishes and how it's set, the way that we eat, the style that we eat, the meals, the prep, the lettuce, and everything. James Hemings was a true pioneer in the cuisine. He was trained as a French chef, but came back and remixed it and made it all his own. He was a trailblazer because it was never done. Remember, there was no such thing as an American exceptional cuisine until James Hemings laid that foundation. You must understand, Mr. Hemings was such a trailblazer of his time. He was such a leader in how he put the whipped ice, the real food, making it European style, influencing how we cook and how we cater. There was not mention to how Mr. Hemings passed away due to the documents of how he lived his life. But Mr. Hemings was known as a monarch in the community as an executive chef. Think about it. Born a slave, not educated formally, who picked himself up, made all the dishes and meals that we enjoy to this day, must be given to the great James Hemings. This brother innovated how we eat, how we establish meals, how we bond together, and he made food in America seem like love. Mr. Hemings made the eating experience a love experience. We got to understand, y'all, when you share a meal with someone, that is the greatest form of expression that we on equal terms, how we negotiate, how we talk, and how we build together. Mr. Hemings innovated that style using the Black American style and cuisine to help develop and train other chefs. Don't forget, prior to his end of life, he excelled almost 20 other chefs that were Black American of ancestry to teach, to educate them, and remix the styles we know to today. He is known as the founder of macaroni and cheese, but he was much more than that. He was an innovator and a pioneer into American cuisine. Did you know James Hemings, the great former enslaved, icon, chef, pioneer, leader, community activist, and founder of most American cuisines? It's your boy, King Crowder, back again. Hopefully you learned something, y'all. I hope you take something away from this video. James Hemings, man, style, philosophy, and what he did to this country should be celebrated. His icon status, even though he came from humble beginnings. The brother was a phenomenal cook, and we still borrow his recipes for today. Next time you eat that mac and cheese and something tastes delicious, thank the great James Hemings for remixing that and making it what it was today. It's your boy, checking out. Until next time, peace.